today.
What was today?
Me.
What was you?
So, so just a little background for the audience is like, Justin and I spent a lot of time working on this and kicking around ideas. And one of the things I found out, which I don't know if it made it on the list, I don't think it did, but is that men crave being touched.
Yeah.
And they really feel like they're
Oh, it's on the
starved.
list.
Is it on the list? So I just gave away one that's coming, but men crave being touched.
Yeah.
And their home life feels really lonely to them if they're not getting touch. And so anyway, I'm a love-driven being in a relationship. I also teach. We're talking about these ideas as teachers, but I'm like, oh God, am I touching Justin very much anymore? And so today, when I got home from taking our kid to school, we had like a little window of time, and I mosey over to him and I was like, hi, and I started touching him, and I climbed on top of him and I was touching him, and he got super interested to the point where he was ready to like take this somewhere. And this is the moment that I wish I could teach every woman on the planet, like what to do, because I had the exact experience initially, like my knee jerk was like, this is why I don't touch. Because we both have like 8 million things to do. I just wanted to like give him some yummy touch, but now he wants to like take it into the bedroom, And I literally heard myself say like, I have to remember not to do this anymore. And then I was like, oh my God, here it is. Cats and dogs. It's like, of course men feel like women aren't initiating, because women feel like they have 8 million things to do, running businesses, running households, running parenting, all of this stuff. And you come up and you offer some yummy touch, and he might just say, oh yeah, But we can get into it later. But the thing that I think makes this a really sacred sexual practice versus like at the effect of regular life is I knew what to do in that moment. I knew what to do in that moment. Instead of vowing not to touch Justin anymore, because I love this man. I want to like handle every single point on this list all the time. But I also want to handle it in a way that keeps my yes present. And in that moment, I was able to pivot into the exact thing I needed to do to stay like all the way engaged. And we ended up going into the bedroom. It ended up being fucking phenomenal for the both of us. But it was because I didn't just kind of like resentfully follow you there.
No, you expressed needs.
Yeah. So do you want to
Yeah.
share what you got on your end?
Well, I just remember you touching me and then breathing very deeply and looking at you. And then there were some exchanges, some moments.
What were the exchanges? Do you remember?
Something to the effect of, get over here.
That's on your part. What did I say?
What did you say?
Do you remember?
I remember you expressing your needs. You needed to go slow or not right now, or there was something where you're like kind of pumping the brakes.
And what did I say to pump the brakes without ruining the moment?
I don't remember exactly.
No.
So
in the moment, I could feel like, whoa, like this is way more than I was ready for.
Right. I got that.
And the way I said it to him is he said something like, I'm so ready for you. And I said, maybe just the tip.
Oh my God. That is what you said. And it made me crazy. It's like putting fuel on the fire. I was just like, what did you just say to me? It's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Oh my God, it's the best. And just you saying that made it the best. Nothing else even had to happen. Just the
Nothing
fact that
else
you
happened.
said,
I know.
and and you're there with me, touching me, and I just say like, get in the bedroom. I'm just like commanding you, bringing my desire. I want you now.
And then I go, I don't know. And then what did I do? I'm like, I'm not sure I'm ready for the bedroom. I might be ready for the tip. And then I moved away from you,
Uh-huh.
but I started to play.
Yeah.
And I made you wait until I was ready, but I kept playing.
Yes.
Women, like, this is the answer. And then when we moved to the bedroom, I said 4.
For like a number?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were giving numbers.
I gave a number. I said 4. And Justin, oh my God, he took that number like a freaking champ. And he didn't even ask me what I needed. He just felt into me, brought it, and I went from a 4 to a 10 in 2 of his breaths. And now you couldn't, like, I was all in.
Mhm.
And it's like, that's the key, women, is, you don't initiate, you don't touch him, you don't show him any of your desire for him because he's gonna frickin' run with that.
Yeah.
And
And
if you know how to deal with him getting so into that big giant wave, if you can surf that wave, you hit
yeah,
the sweet spot.
yeah. And then for the men too in that situation, it's like as I lean back and you come and you touch me, it's like there's nothing I want more than to make love to you, right? And I'm feeling my desire and I'm saying it. I'm saying like I want you, get in the bedroom. You said like just the tip or not yet. You're using like you're controlling the tempo of the moment. And then as you lean back, I'm like, look at how hard you make me. And I show you that I'm getting hard. And it's like, as I'm doing all of that, none of my energy is leaning in or
No, it's
forward.
so good.
I'm leaning back and I'm breathing deep and I'm feeling my desire, the ache, which is so hot. And the truth is that if you don't want to go in the bedroom, I'm not going to be hurt. I'm not going to be shut down. I'm not going to be mad at you. Like you can initiate that way. And I truly have equanimity with how far that goes. And I'm expressing my desire. I want you right now. Get in the
I
bedroom right
love it.
now.
And
But
that brings up one of the complaints of the women. When I say no, he pouts, sulks, or withdraws.
yeah.
You didn't do that. But I also didn't say no. I said not yet.
Yeah, you said not yet. And that's one of the biggest teachings that you give is the not yet teaching, which makes all the difference in the world. But the art form we're learning here is how to have desire and initiate. We want to have desire. You need desire for intimacy to thrive, but you also have to have equanimity at the same time. And it's that art form of bringing both. If we're all equanimity, we'll never bring desire. We have to bring desire and be in equanimity with desire is that art that solves a lot of